Welcome back, friends, to TV5 News at 9. It's another edition of Ask the County. Joining us this morning, Saginaw County Treasurer Tim Novak. How are you?
Doing fantastic today.
I know you didn't want to come inside with all the sunshine out there, right?
It's too nice outside.
I know. Well, thank you for coming in.
Always nice to see all you folks, though.
Appreciate you. So it's back to school season, and we want to make sure that our kids are always happy and healthy as they return to the classroom. So today we're talking about how the Saginaw County Health Department is hiring for a new position to help make that happen. So Tim, tell us about this new program. It's called Health Resource Advocates. They're hiring for that. What's that?
So essentially they want to have people with like medical training or people they'll get training in being that health resource advocate in order to kind of when maintaining that safe in-person environment for kids in schools. An emphasis on, still on the COVID-19 we're being careful of and cautious with, but also understanding that there's other diseases and sicknesses and, maybe some social issues that folks need help with, and just being an extra person in the building to really kind of focus on that end of it, to allow some of the school staff and others to, deal with that education piece, and they're another part of the team.
I love that, to have that expert right there in the school. That's perfect. Okay, so what are the other essential job duties of a health resource advocate, and also who should apply?
Yeah, so some of the duties are kind of be that health representative, right, at the school district, providing guidance for folks, both teachers and students, education, training, tracking and reporting any positive COVID cases, if there any contact tracing, kind of let folks know what's going on. We're still doing, keeping an eye on those things. Identify and reach out to students that may be at risk. Maybe there's social issues, maybe they're, other illness type stuff. Provide proper guidance for folks. And then maybe provide some leadership and professional guidance to staff and administrators and kind of things, and what to look for, and how to keep our kids and staff safe, while we're at school.
I love that, and that would really give parents peace of mind to know that person's right there in the school, as well as kids. They know who exactly to go to.
Yeah, and these are, folks that are going to be trained, right? So kind of the, I think you asked what some of the
what are the educational requirements?
Who should reply, right? So, a bachelor's degree, kind of either in nursing, public health, health education, community health, any sort of related field. They're asking for 2 years of professional experience. If you've got a master's degree, it can be offset kind of the experience. So these are kind of, and maybe somebody that's just out of college might be a good avenue for them folks to kind of get, if you get your feet wet with public health, it's a nice way to, it's really, I think the last few years we've understood the importance of public health and hand washing and maybe maintaining those distances from people. And those are all just kind of common things that we all should be aware of. Stay home when you're sick, right?
Yes, definitely.
Not just at school, but at work. If you're sick, maybe you should stay home. It's okay. And then and from an employer standpoint, be sensitive to that as well, right? So if you have an employee that's really sick, that maybe it's not a good idea for them to come to work.
I love that public health background. I have a master's of public health from Michigan, so maybe that's a job for me. Okay, I'm going to think about that. So how should someone apply, Tim?
Yeah, so they can email schd@saginawcounty.com, send a resume and cover letter there, addressed to Christina Harrington, the health officer, and put in the subject line HRA application, so they'll kind of know it's for. It's 40 hours a week, so it's full time. They'll send you to a school district, so you'll be with a particular school district all the time.
So you get to know the kids and the staff.
Exactly. So you don't roam around. You'll have that school district. You can put that in your resume and cover letter if you maybe have one that you prefer. You might not get it necessarily, but if they'll try to do their best to match up those kinds of things. You're a contract employee, so you're not an employee of the health department. You'll sign a contract. So that was kind of some of the nuts and bolts for folks that are interested.
I love it. What else do we need to know as the kids head back to school? Any other messages that you have?
Yeah, it's kind of like, let's make sure they've got everything they need, right? Both physically, like all your stuff, whether it be clothes and supplies, but mentally too, like getting trained. My kids start school, of course, like I do next Monday. So, do we creep those bedtimes up a little earlier? We start getting into that, breakfast in the morning, kind of just billing in, so we're all kind of get used to.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time trying to get them back in that routine.
It's not easy.
Late summer hours.
Easy.
Okay, well, thank you, Tim, for bringing
you.
this. We appreciate it. And if you have any questions you'd like to ask the county, just send them to WNEM at WNEM.com.